This is a video about dimensions and tolerances that'll help you with determining whether things are acceptable fits and what the maximum and minimum clearances are. So let's look at this first example. You have a shaft of 2 inches with a plus tolerance of 0.02 of an inch and a minus tolerance of 0.05 of an inch. To find the largest acceptable measurement, you take the basic dimensions of 2 inches and you take the plus tolerance and you add it, so you get the maximum dimension. To find the smallest acceptable, you start again with your basic dimension of 2 inches, and then you take your minus tolerance of 0.005 inches, and you subtract because it's going to be a smaller amount. So then you have your 2 different dimensions. They can vary anywhere between 1.995 inches and 2.002 inches. Anything between there will be acceptable. So to find the total tolerance, then, the total tolerance is the difference between the upper, we'll go back and look at this, the plus tolerance here, 0.002, and the minus tolerance here, 0.005. So the total tolerance is 0.002 plus 0.005. So then if we want to find the bushing that will fit into the shaft, we take a 2.03, that's the basic dimension. Oh, here's the bushing right there. So this bushing is 2.03 inches and it has a plus 0.002 positive, so we're going to add that, and it tells us our maximum dimension, and that's the largest. The smallest, as you will see, it has 0 for its minus, so we don't have to subtract 0, but if you did, you get 2.003 inches as its minimum dimension. Basically, that tells you then that bushing can vary between a lower limit of 2.003 inches and an upper limit of 2.005 inches. So the largest shaft of 2.002 will still fit into the smallest hole, and that's what you're going to be looking at and determining, is if those, every single time, the larger shaft will fit into the smaller hole. That's the most important part. So an inspector is checking a plug for measurements, and the part is given as 1.224, and it has a plus or minus. That one, it looks like this right here, that's a plus minus of 0.005, and you have to determine if the measurements, these 3 measurements, are acceptable, and then you have to explain why. So first, you start off the same way we're doing before. You've got the measurement as indicated, and then you do the upper limit and the lower by adding the 0.005 and subtracting. So this tells us that that plug has an upper limit of 1.229 and a lower limit of 1.219. So now any measurement that's between the two will be fine. Anything else is unacceptable. So the first one, A, was 0.215. It's smaller. So you're going to say it's too small? It's not true. It's not going to work. B, it's greater than the upper limit. It's not going to work. C is between these two. It's fine. So it goes between these two. That one is going to pass. Let's look at a slightly different scenario. It says a hole in a bushing is dimensioned at 0.528 with a plus or minus, and again, remember this means plus and minus, 0.002. Which of the following pins will be certain to fit the hole every time? And here are the 2 possibilities. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little chart. We're going to make a little maximum min chart. And so what I would suggest you do is you make a grid, and you've got your, we'll just do pin A and pin B, pin A first. But so you have your bushing, and you can find the maximum and the minimum for that one. So 0.528, and you're going to add the 2 and subtract the 2. So for the min, we get 0.526, and for the max, we get 0.530. And then for part A, we have our max at 0.03 and our min at 0.002. That was 0.003. And so we'll add and subtract those. And we see this. And I suggest you make a little chart up like this. And what you're really checking is this cross line here. Will the largest pin here's the largest pin right here, fit into the smallest hole. The 0.528 maximum pin size will not fit in to the smallest hole, so therefore pin A is not going to work. For pin B, we've got our min at 0.523 and our max at 0.525. It will fit. This crosswise we don't have to check because it's going to work. It's the lower this way that we have to check. If you make a little grid like this to check it out, I think you will be successful every single time. And if you pause the video right here, you can read this write-up that also explains what I just said. Okay, so you have some dorm work to practice this. Make sure you show your work, show your steps. And if you have true and false part, anything that you mark false, make sure you justify, so explain why. Good luck. Ask me questions if you have any, and I will do my very best to answer.